Hello everybody and welcome to episode 7 of Pandora with Kyle. Last time I left you guys, we had just finished up this sorting room. I had thrown everything in there and I think we got everything sorted. So it looks like we're doing pretty good on resources here. Now we still don't have the quarry downstairs running because we don't have a good way to power it. In fact, I think we're totally out of coal. Yes, that's the case. So I have been working a little bit off camera. I'll show you guys what I've been doing mostly with the building outside. Like I said, I'm going to keep working on that off camera in between videos. So without much further ado, let me just go out and show you. From up here, it doesn't look like a whole lot's changed other than the railings up there. But if we come inside, we're starting to actually get some structure here. So we have our entryway with the giant 83 for Indemnity 83 and 2 stairways coming up. I still have to put water in here and a couple other things, but it's coming along pretty nicely. What I want to get started on this video though is 2 things. I want to get some beekeeping going, and if I can, I want to try to get that quarry running again, because all that work that I've done has left me with 33 cobblestone. Well, and 25 stone slabs still. But I've essentially used up all of my resources, and I need to get that thing going again. I'd love to get it started first, but I don't have any way to make some of the pipes and stuff I need. So we're going to start with bees. So let me get everything situated here, and I'll be right back, and we'll get started with some beekeeping. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need to do is actually get some bees out of the beehives that are around here. In order to do that, you have to make a scoop. If you just go break the beehive blocks by hand, they'll just disappear and you won't get any bees out of them. So we need to make a scoop, and a scoop is made with some wool. And since I don't have any wool, I'll use the string method and make some wool. And then you essentially just wrap the wool in a... I need one more stick. There it was. In sticks to get a scoop. Let me put this away, and we'll head out here and we'll scoop up some bees. I'm going to do the one that's down in my entryway here first, just because it's sort of in my way. So you just use the scoop and break these just like you would in any others, and what you'll get out of every one of them, well, maybe it's not guaranteed actually, but it's pretty high chance you'll get a princess and a drone. I'll get into what each one of those are here shortly, but I'm going to go break a couple more just so I've got a few princesses and drones. And since they're all fairly close, I'll just go do it now. So I happen to pick up, these happen to all be the same bees because I'm in the same biome the whole time. If I traverse into some other biomes, you'll see there are different beehives and they drop different bees. Now if anybody remembers their like 6th grade what is it called? 6th grade, I'm drawing a blank now. Genomes and all that kind of stuff. I'll remember at some point here. Every one of these bees has a dominant and a recessive trait gene, and so as you breed them together you get bees based on those traits. There's also a chance of random things that weren't predicted, so that's how you get your bees up into other levels. Essentially, the bee breeding becomes almost a game inside of itself in Minecraft, but with a purpose in Minecraft. I don't need to come in here anymore. Where you're trying to get bees that are more efficient and breed them together in careful ways and all that kind of stuff. I'm probably not going to do a ton of that on camera because I think most people are bored. If you want to see it, let me know in comments, because I'm not sure how much of it I'll show on camera, but I need some of the things that these guys produce. So let's get started on making them produce things. What we need to do in order to get them going is put them in an apiary, which are those white boxes, usually white, although sometimes there are other colors. You see lying around sometimes at the edge of fields. That's an apiary, and that's where bees are set to live and reproduce and all that kind of stuff. So the way we make an apiary is we have to get a bunch of tin, as well as, I don't think we need any iron, but we do need quite a few sticks and some glass. We also need bronze. That's the other thing we need. And I don't think I have any bronze, but that's just tin and copper. So I need 8 pieces of bronze. Oops, not 9. And I'm going to need more later, so... oh, I did that backwards. There we go. So I'm just going to get 16 of it. And I'm going to make 2 sturdy machines for right now. One I'm going to use now, one I'll use later. So we'll put one in there now. Oop, not quite. First we're going to make gears. 4 of them. I know one of these sticks is in the wrong spot. Fixed. And then we need some cobblestone. Glad I didn't use the last of that. I might have to go manually dig up some stone. It's getting dark outside too. Because I'm going to run out before I have before I'm able to build all the things I need. Then we're going to upgrade these to tin gears. Then we will take the tin gears, the sturdy machine, and glass. And I may have these backwards. Nope. So we get an apiary. So that's where we're going to let bees breed. And then we need one other thing. Once they produce their honeycombs and whatever else they're going to produce, we need a way to extract the wax and the honey out of those combs. So the way you do that is you build a centrifuge. And for that, we just need a sturdy machine, copper bars on the side, and glass. And that gets you a centrifuge. We need one other thing. The centrifuge requires power to run. So the last thing we're going to do is make a redstone engine, which I'm going to need some redstone for, and 1 piece of iron, and wood if I have any. I have 9. Might not be enough. It should be. Oops, that's not where those go. Should be because I've already got the sticks. So a piston, and 2 more wooden gears. Piece of glass. And the last thing we'll get is a lever. Okay. So I think that's everything we need. Let's put away some of this stuff so that I don't have to walk around with it. Put away that and that. And I will keep the cobblestone with me. So, ooh, I got a zombie up on my roof. Let me sleep through the night real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll start placing all this stuff down. Haha, daytime zombie. Ha! Ha! Alright. You know what? I needed one more thing. I want to grab some dirt to fill that in. Because that spot is where I'm going to start breeding some bees. I'm also going to need a flower. So let's grab a flower, which I don't have any. But we can grab dirt. And there's plenty of flowers out here. Now the bees need a flower to pollinate. That's how they work. They pollinate flowers, and that's how they get their food, from the sugars and stuff that are in there. We just happen to steal a lot of it in the form of honey. So without at least one flower, your bees won't be happy. They won't cooperate. So we'll fill this in. The other thing they need is open sky. So I can't put my apiaries on the edge here. I've got to put them at least one in. I'm going to put them... well, I say them. I only have one, but I intend to add more later. I think I'm going to put it still fairly far back here. And then I'm going to put the centrifuge on the end over here, just to keep it out of the way. We'll put our redstone engine on the back and throw our lever down, but that's all we're going to do for now. So the way this works... Oh, I put them backwards. Dang it. They look very similar when they're in your hand. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. You have to put in a princess and a drone, and then they'll make a queen. Ta-da! And the queen will start producing things. You can tell it's working because you get these little bees that are flying out all over the place. Now this is going to complain in just a minute. We can see right now that the temperature that this apiary is in is normal, the humidity is normal. It should start complaining. Come on. It should start complaining because there's no flowers. Although maybe there's a flower close enough on the other side of the wall. I'm still going to place one down right there just to get it going. Zip, there it goes. Now the bees are starting to pollinate, and they will randomly plant flowers all the way around this area. So that was pretty quick, which makes me think there was probably already a flower on the other side, and that's why it wasn't complaining. So this queen is going to go through and produce a bunch of honeycombs, and when that is done, we'll be able to extract all that stuff, and we have more princesses and drones we can put in here, but she should die away and leave at least a princess and at least one drone. Usually more than one drone gets left. So I'm going to let the bee go for a little bit and come back once we've got either something to show here, or I may build one other piece. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so there's one other thing we're going to build. If you look right now, these Meadows drones and princesses say unknown under that. That means we don't know anything about these bees other than the fact that they are a Meadows drone. So we don't know what their dominant and recessive genes are, what kind of habitat they want to live in, or anything like that. In order to know what they need, we have to make one other piece of equipment called a beealyzer. And we make the beealyzer. Unfortunately, it's going to use my last diamond. I think that's 6 pieces of glass. I need 2 pieces of redstone, and that's it. So we need some glass panes. That's the first thing. So we'll grab some glass panes, and it goes 2 glass panes. No, I need tin also. Tin. Tin down the sides. A diamond I think is on top. No, what am I? How did this go? Like that? No. Dang it, I'll be right back after I look it up. Okay, so this is the right recipe, but it's being made in the wrong thing. I totally spaced that. I can't make it in a crafting table. It needs to be made in a carpenter. So let's just make a carpenter while we're at it. I need a bunch more bronze. That should be enough. So we need one more sturdy machine. Then we need bronze on the sides, and I need glass. And glass is the last piece. And that gets us a carpenter. Now the carpenter, I'm also going to want a bucket. And that should do it. I'm going to need a redstone engine also, but I'm just going to steal my other one for a minute. So I'm going to place the carpenter down here for now also, but this is just temporary basically. So the carpenter, I can place this recipe in, and I forgot that the carpenter works a little differently now. It's placing the recipe up here, and then you'll put the resources down here, and it will do the crafting for you. So tin and that. So that'll make my thing. What is still missing? I'll have to think about that. I'm going to go grab water. I'll be right back, and I'll look up what's missing in here. Okay guys, I got it figured out. I went ahead and hopped on and grabbed the NEI plugin, and as soon as I did that, I see what I did wrong. I have the tin and the glass in the wrong spots. So let's fix that. How do I, okay, clear those out. So yep, I was just being dense. All right, so there is our item. The next thing we need to do is give this thing some power so that it'll start working. And for that, I need my wrench. Because I'm only going to use this temporarily. I didn't build another engine, so I'm just going to take, oops, the one engine I've got and turn it around. And you'll notice I got the water put in there. This recipe does require 2 buckets worth of water in order to finish, so we'll just rotate this engine. There we go, and turn it on. Now in the meantime, while I was trying to figure that out, my bees have finished. So you'll see we got 3 honeycombs, we got a princess, and 2 more drones. So since I am, well, let's see, how long is it going to take this thing to make? Probably a while. So I'm going to just take out these things and just get another batch going because I need to get the honeycomb resources. So this got rotated again. How'd that happen? Must be a lag issue. Rotate, maybe? Maybe? Ah, there we go. Okay. So this should start producing that Beealizer. I'm not sure that a redstone engine is, it's probably very, very underpowered for this purpose, so it's probably going to take quite a while even if it happens. So I'm going to let it go for a bit. For now I'm going to throw my honeycombs in here even though it's not being powered, and I'll be back as soon as I get my Beealizer going. Well, I let this thing go for a while and came back to it, and my engine is turned again, although it's not actually doing anything to that. I don't know what's going on here with this thing. Let's get rid of this and see what happens. Turn. Alright, I'm going to let that run for a little bit and I'll be right back. So it doesn't look like a redstone engine will quite do it, so I went down and grabbed the steam engines off of the quarry down there and I harvested up some coal. So let's throw one in for now and see what that does. Now this is just on the centrifuge. Yeah, that gets that going. And we'll do the same thing here for the carpenter. We'll give it 2 pieces. Get that going. See if we can get this Beealizer creating. There it goes. So redstone engines might be enough to power it. I'm pretty sure it is enough to power the centrifuge. I just got impatient and didn't want to wait for it to get up to the full power stage. So there we go. We're starting to centrifuge out beeswax and honey drops. And we should have a Beealizer here in a little bit. Looks like our bees have finished again. So let's just throw them in one more time. Only 1 comb out of that set. Lame. Bees don't stack, which is unfortunate, but it's because we don't know what they are, and so we can't stack them together. Actually, even if we know what they are, we can't stack them together. So let me wait until this Beealizer finishes making. I'll show you how that works, and then we'll move on to the next thing, and we'll finish with our bees for now. Looks like the Beealizer is almost done. There we go. So, how does the Beealizer work? Well, let's first shut this off, just in case it has, no, it didn't have any more in there. And we'll take back these resources. So, if we grab a honey drop and some wax and some bees, which we won't have any in there yet, I'll just use the ones that are in my inventory. If we right click on this thing, you see we get this big, huge, fancy, dancy looking thing. It's more or less powered by honey drops. So you have to put a honey drop up there, and then we throw a bee into it. and I guess we have to click on it. What it does now this bee is known. So we can see that it is a Meadows purebred, Meadows and Meadows, has a short lifespan, it's really slow, it likes standard flowers, and it generally produces, it's basically a very basic bee. It likes normal weather. Again, these are each going to be identical because it is a Meadows on both of them. So it's possible to produce just standard honeycomb, and the possible mutations are unknown. I haven't figured those out yet. So let's throw a couple more pieces of stuff in there, and this one is purebred Meadows also, nothing fancy there. And we'll do one more drone, I guess, with the last honey drop, also pure Meadows. Alright, well, nothing fancy there. So when this bee is done, what we're going to do is put in some of those ones that are purebred, because we're just basically waiting for a we're waiting for one of these mutations to happen so that we get some more of their stuff. So let's move on to our quarry. Now that we've got that going, I'm going to put some stuff away. Let me clean up my inventory here. I'm going to have to make a chest for all these bees. Oh, I have a chest. So I'm going to put all these bees in a chest, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's get started on powering this quarry down here. So I've picked up all the engines for the moment, and I think what we're going to do is power this thing with biomass. Now biomass is a forestry added thing. It's essentially fuel created by turning trees or plants or anything like that into their bioequivalent. And you can create biofuel also if you take it one step further, but we're not going to take it one step further. So first thing I'm going to do is just clear out some space, because I need to have some space to do everything that's down here. So we'll just clear out this. There's probably plenty of room for now. That should be good. Just clear these out since I've got them. Okay, and we'll head back up and start crafting some items. What biomass is going to let us do is take tree saplings and essentially turn them into power to run our quarry. So we can run our quarry on tree saplings. Now the first thing we're going to need is a fermenter that'll actually do the work of turning the tree saplings into their biomass equivalent. And for that we need a bunch of bronze. So let's just grab all of our tin and copper back out. Let's make some more bronze, because we need a sturdy machine, and we need what else did we need? Well, I've got this now. Biomass generator, biogenerator, gold on the sides. So I need 6 pieces of gold and the glass. So we will put a sturdy machine, gold, and glass. So that gets us the biogenerator. Now the biogenerator requires water and plant matter and fertilizer. It requires a catalyst. In our case we're going to do fertilizer. So let me grab, I don't think I have any sand. Oh, I do have sand left. Okay, so I need that, and I need the apatite. So let's make the fertilizer. Fertilizer is just take your apatite and surround it by sand. So we'll grab all of it, because that's essentially the only use apatite has. So we're just going to make a ton of it. The other thing we're going to need is a way to get water into this. So in order to get water into this, we're going to make a Buildcraft pump. So we need a tank. We need a bunch of iron. We need an iron pick, so I need some sticks. I'm going to need some redstone. Okay, so the first thing you make when you're making a Buildcraft pump, well, first thing you make is an iron pickaxe. So then we put an iron pickaxe. We need to get an iron gear. So we're going to do that gear up to stone, up to iron. Iron gear, iron pickaxe, redstone. and then surround it by iron. And that gives us a mining well. And what the mining well will do is it'll dig one block down all the way to bedrock. But if you put a tank on it, it becomes a pump, and now it will pump water out. Okay, so now we have our thing that's going to get us some water. We're going to need some redstone engines in order to power that, and I think I am out of wood now, aren't I? Yeah, I don't have enough wood. I'll have to go chop down some trees in a minute and make some redstone engines, but you've seen me make plenty of engines, so I'll make those off camera after I'm done. The other thing I'm going to need to make is some waterproof pipes, because we're going to need to pipe water from this pump into this biogenerator, and then we're going to need to pump the biomass out of the generator. So we make those. Actually, I can probably just take some of my existing stone transport pipes, and we need to make them waterproof. So if you take beeswax and put it in the crafting table, you can get pipe waterproofing. And if we put pipe waterproofing on these pipes, we will get waterproof pipes. Now I'm going to need quite a bit more than 3, I think, and I'm also going to need some wooden ones. At least one wooden one. Yeah, I think only one wooden one, actually. So I'll have to get some more beeswax here in a minute. The last thing I'm going to need is the biomass engine itself, which requires more gears. This time made of bronze, which means I need that much more bronze, which I'm not doing right. Okay, so we'll make these into bronze gears. And I'm out of wood again. Well, I think I have enough wood to do one. So we'll make a piston, then it's bronze, glass, more bronze. Okay, biomass engine. So off camera, I'm going to make a couple of redstone engines, and I'm going to get some more beeswax to make some more waterproofing. At least one more. I think I've got one in the centrifuge at the moment. So I'm going to get those off camera, and then I will meet you guys down at the quarry. Alright, I have everything I need. I'm going to do one other thing real quick before we head down, and that's repair some of these tools so that I don't break them as I'm using them down there. Perfect. Now I made one other change in my head, made a decision while off camera also, that I'm going to expand this quarry out. I'm going to make it a lot bigger. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just pick this thing up so that the frame starts disintegrating. And then we can get started on some of our other stuff. So first thing we're going to place down here is this biogenerator. So the quarry is still going to go there. I'm going to want this right here. Should work. Okay. I'm going to need to put the pump. Let's go back a little bit further. I didn't bring my shovel with me. Should have. And we're going to make a little infinite water pool. But because of the way the pump works, an infinite water pool for the pump needs to be 3 by 3. Otherwise, there's a decent chance that the pump will pick up the source blocks, 2 source blocks back to back, and you end up with a not so infinite pool after that. So that's going to have to go right here. And I'm going to need more pipes. I wonder if I just move it closer. Give me a minute to think about this. Alright, so I made 3 more waterproof pipes, and then I also noticed, and there's probably 500,000 comments just talking about it, I made a biogenerator, not a fermenter. I need a fermenter to turn trees and stuff into their biomass, not a biogenerator. I don't know how I managed that. So let's try that again. So I need I need a whole bunch of bronze. Hopefully I have enough. I think I need that much bronze. So we need a sturdy machine. Then we need... Oof, running low on resources again. We need 4 bronze gears. So 4 bronze gears. Then I need more glass too, don't I? I think I need 4 more pieces of glass. So let's get 4 more pieces of glass going. Let's see if I can snake them out of here. Nope. Redstone engine is too fast. Oh no, I did get it. Okay. 2 more. And the last one. I can't believe I made that biogenerator. I'm sure I'll find a use for it at some point, but I don't quite have enough resources to be just throwing them away like that. Must have that backwards. There we go, a fermenter. That's what I need. So, let's try this again. I think I've got everything I need now. And this video might run a little bit long, but I really want to get this thing going. I think I've spent way too many episodes doing it so far. Looks like all of our frame arms are gone. So, we're going to need to pipe water into that. And then biofuel into... I need to move this over. I didn't need the pipe after all. Whoa, come here. Don't fall off the edge. That needs to get taken away. And we're going to put this like that. I'll just take this. It's not connecting, but I'm sure it's just a visual bug. So this is going to go here. Then we're going to put the engine and that. And I need my wrench, which I put away. Okay, so let's get some redstone engines on this thing. That should be more than enough. We'll throw some levers down. I'm going to need a lever. Let's do this. We'll put one there, one there. And that does not work. Okay. Oh, or maybe it does? Yeah, there it goes. Alright. I know I need water in there, but I'll get that in a minute. So, let's do one other thing. This isn't going to work right here, but it'll just go away. Let's make this thing bigger. So, in order to do that, well, this couldn't be the center if I do that. So let's just not even worry about it. Let's put this thing back. Perfect. Go grab my wrench, and I'm going to have to fill this water pool up. So, let me go get a couple buckets of water and my wrench, and I'll be back down here. Alright, got my wrench, so let's fix that. We're going to need, I didn't mean to put all of these, well I put them here, but I don't want them all over here, so let's fix that. I need one of them for over there. 2 should be more than enough for a pump just feeding this. So we'll put 1 bucket of water there, 1 right there, and 1 right there. So that'll create an infinite pool, and this pump should start pumping water into my fermenter. Okay, we're going to want 1 more lever right there, the on-off for this thing. So you can see water starting to flow, and it's starting to fill up my fermenter. Now the fermenter has kind of a big, ugly interface. It's got lots of pieces to it, but it's actually really simple. You essentially just need to put your catalyst down in the bottom and the thing you're going to ferment up here. And it just works on its own. It doesn't require any power, I don't think. I hope it doesn't require external power. But perhaps it does. Well, shoot. Okay, well for now we'll just leave that because I need to put at least one more engine right here. And I need a lever for that one too. Do I have sticks? Yes, I do. I'll make a lever. And what this is going to do is pump stuff out of the fermenter, and it'll only pump the final product. It won't pump water back out of it. It's smart enough to know that. It does look like it needs power, doesn't it? Okay, well, let's grab this engine. And since we're doing that, we will put this lever up here. We will put this engine back here, and the lever that's right there should power this engine as well. Okay. I have a feeling that a redstone engine is probably weak power for this, so let me just let this thing go for a while and see if we start generating any biomass. I'll be right back. Cool, so I threw a steam engine on this thing and it has started to actually produce some biomass, and I can hear I have a visitor. Hello? Hello? Of course, now you leave. Now that I come all the way up here. Wow, there's quite a few. Let me go sleep real quick. So that we're going to have one more thing we need to do to get that quarry going. And I'll be back once we're ready to go. So the biomass engine sort of works like a diesel engine. That's essentially what they're talking about here, is biomass diesel fuel kind of thing. And if you know how that kind of stuff works, you essentially need the engine to be warm first before it can actually do anything. So the way these biomass engines in Minecraft work is that you put some lava in them to warm them up, and then they consume a little bit of the lava and then they just get going. So run down here real quick and just grab a bucket of lava. We'll put that in our engine and then we'll fire it up and we should be good to go. Back up. Up, up, up. Long way up. I'll be glad when I don't have to come back and forth out of here very often in the future. I'll always have to do it at some point, but hopefully not as often. Okay, so we've got some biomass. We'll throw in some of that, and we should be able to fire it up now. So it's going to take a little bit to go, and if you look right here, you'll see what is happening is it's actually consuming some of the lava and going. Oh, goodness gracious me, that was not good. What? Well, it looks like my quarry is okay. How on earth did a creeper get in there? Creepers gotta be creeping. Okay, let's get down here and see what kind of damage we have. Looks like the engine is still there. No, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I don't know if I lost anything down there. If I did, it's way gone. Somehow, this is some bug that happened. Creeper, how did you get in here? Probably came in and spawned over here. So let's put a torch up. Right in here. Because I was missing one on this side. And then we'll fill this hole back in. He blew off my lever. Okay. Oh, he also blew up the pipes. Dang it. Those are very fragile, so they break very easily. So let me, and the ladders. The ladders are difficult. Ladders cause a problem. How am I going to get back up now? Let's see if we can do this. Yay! Okay, so we'll grab some ladders and that. Creeper, you are ruining this video. Just gonna wrap it up. No, Creeper had to come and blow things up. Mr. Attention Whore. Okay. Back down we go. And then we're gonna put these pipes back. So there, and there. Cool. And the little robot guy is gonna get his thing going, and we're back in business on our quarry. So this should hopefully let us start getting a whole bunch more resources back in, because I was running very, very low. So with that, guys, I'm going to wrap up episode 7 of Let's Play with Kyle. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. If you have any comments, please let me know so I can make any adjustments or do anything differently or what have you. But with that, I'll wrap this up and I'll talk to you guys later. Well, this is interesting. It looks like the quarry picked up the items I dropped in the bottom down there.